To recap yet another anime, this series of anime titled Hell Girl entails the use of a website as Hell Correspondence to contact a mysterious girl named Enma, who can send someone you have a grudge against to Hell in exchange for forfeiting your own soul to Hell once you die. Aya Kuroda, a Sukiban classmate, starts by harassing junior high school girl Mayumi Hashimoto. Aya forced Mayumi into immoral activity before accusing her of stealing class money and extorting money from her. Mayumi hears of a website that allows users to wreak retribution by damning their enemies. When Mayumi visits the website at midnight as instructed, she discovers that doing so will cost her soul, in addition to the cost of sending her opponent to hell. Following this, she hesitates, but as her predicament worsens, she sends Aya to hell out of sheer desperation. Her life is at peace once more, but she is forced to live the rest of her days knowing that she will die with the mark on her chest and go to hell. A stalker who seems unstoppable has been harassing Reiko Takamura for the past 12 months. Unaware that he is the stalker, her family asks investigator Kichir Kisaragi for help. Enma Ai, the Hell Girl, offers Ryoko a doll with a red string around its neck. If Ryoko pulls the string, it confirms her contract with the Hell Girl and consigns her adversary to hell. Ryoko then uses the Hell Link. Although Ryoko is hesitant, she sends Detective Kisaragi to hell when he attacks her father and kidnaps her. Shinichi Muroi, a teammate and buddy of high school baseball player Daisuke Iwashita, is being harassed by their team's star pitcher, Mamoru Hanagasa. Daisuke is accused of murder after Shinichi dies of wounds caused by Mamoru because he told Shinichi's parents that they were playing about while pushing him off a river embankment. The populace turns against him. Daisuke accesses the Hell Link out of desperation. When Mamoru laughs off after being given the chance to confess, he damns Mamoru to hell. After exacting revenge for Shinichi's murder, Daisuke decides to start again in a new town, knowing that his soul would eventually belong to hell. Yoshiyuki Honi, a veterinarian, treats Junko Kano's ailing dog, but the animal eventually passes away. Masami Sekimoto, the veterinary's assistant, later informed Junko that Honi had neglected to treat her dog. Junko discovers throughout her search for proof that Honi does not give a damn about how the animals are treated. Junko sends him to hell for the benefit of her dog as well as the other animals. To force Masato Tamura, a junior high school girl and computer whiz, to work for her as a hacker, Riho Kaifu, the CEO of a computer company, but comically computer inept, even instructs her to hack the Hell Correspondence website. But Masato can only endure so much abuse from Riho before she resorts to exploiting Hell Correspondence for her own gain. One afternoon, as Kiko Yasuda passes by Namiko Todaka's home, she sees Todaka committing adultery. Namiko, who is aware of this, harasses Kiko frequently to get her to keep what she saw to herself. The bullying of Haruka, Kiko's daughter, at school is also encouraged by Namiko's daughter, Yuria. After witnessing their mother's ongoing suffering and having also endured Yuria's bullying, Haruka wants revenge against Namiko. Ayaka Kurenai, a budding theater performer, plots against Kaoruko Kurishima, another performer, after the latter outperforms her in the theatrical group. Midori Kurenai, Ayaka's adopted mother and the proprietor of their theater company, cancels the performance after having thugs make Karoku drink a tonic that damages her voice. Knowing what Ayaka did, Ayaka is furious and tries to send Midori to hell, but discovers that Karoku has already asked to send Ayaka to hell for what she did. Thus, the straw doll she was given has turned into a regular straw doll. After seeing Gore Ishizu push her best friend, Ishizu's girlfriend, off a building and hurt her, Chi Tanuma wants retribution against him. Sugumi Shibata, 7, and her father, Hajime Shibata, make their acting debut in this episode when they become involved in Hell Girl's business by allowing their father's friend, renowned baker Shinya Morizaki, to sample one of their father's original creations. Yuka Kasuga and her sister Hiromi realize their dream of owning a bakery. The Kasuga's bakery suffers tremendously from Morizaki's subsequent theft of its recipe and subsequent public claim to ownership of it, leading to its bankruptcy. Morizaki is sent to hell by Yuka using the Hell Correspondence. Shiori Akasaka, a friend of Minami Shibuya, deserts her for a different group of friends, so Minami uses the Hell Link to cast Shiori into the underworld. Shiori nevertheless returns to Minami after being shunned by her new group of friends. Shiori's exile from Japan is abandoned by Minami. When Shiori finds the straw doll, but is unsure of its function, she tries to use it against the females who have shunned her. Shiori is condemned to hell after she coerces Minami to pull the string against Minami's will. Shiori vanishes in front of Hajime Shibata, and Minami warns him that she will soon be joining her in hell. Masaya Kataoka is seeking retribution from dishonest journalist Tadashi Inagaki for falsely accusing his late father of committing crimes. By looking for evidence against Inagaki to exonerate his father, Hajime Shibata seeks to prevent Masaya from utilizing the straw doll now that he is aware of the Hell Correspondence and its horrific price. In any case, Masaya decides that Inagaki deserves more punishment and damns him to hell. Depression causes Akane Sawai to become a hikikomori. She only communicates with her text partner, whom she met online. Yoshiki Fukasawa, her worried teacher, frequently stops by to attempt to persuade her to go back to school. This irritates Akane, who then vows to send Fukasawa to hell, but she subsequently learns that he is actually their texting partner. Both of them are worn out by life and depressed. Fukasawa, seeking closure, persuades Akane to damn him to hell. When Fukasawa discovers that Akane will also enter hell after she passes away, he feels regret, but overhears Akane telling him to wait for her since she seems strangely at peace with the prospect of going there. After his daughter Tsugumi experiences yet another vision, Hajime Shibata carries on with his inquiry into the Hell Correspondence. He learns that Hell's correspondence has existed for many years, and this is not a modern occurrence. Before the internet, people used newspaper advertisements to access it. Hajime meets Fukumoto, an elderly illustrator who used the Hell Girl to send a guy to hell 50 years ago, and then wrote a narrative about it. Fukumoto is eager to see Enma one last time because he has grown obsessed with her appearance. He mysteriously informs Hajime that he composed the story for him before passing away. Saki Kurino wants retribution for the death of her father, a politician in Japan who genuinely wanted to do good. Mayor Ryuzo Kusunoki, though regarded as the town's hero, appears to have shady Yakuza ties, and may have murdered her father in an attempt to blackmail and expose him. Kusunoki is sent to hell after Saki rejects his apology and attempts to stop Hajime Shibata from stopping her from using Hellgirl. Tsugumi sees a girl on an island, and she and Hajime go there to meet the girl, Mina Minato, who resides with her tyrannical and paranoid aunt, Fuji. In actuality, Fuji is insane since her psyche was shattered by a traumatic occurrence, which is why she won't let Mina leave their tiny island. Fuji also attacked Yuji, Mina's boyfriend, for attempting to flee to the mainland with Mina. Mina sends her aunt to hell out of self-defense after learning that Fuji had slain her mother to stop her from leaving the island and in fear of becoming the next victim. Twins Yuki and Yumi are circus performers. Yuki, who is a lesser performer than Yumi, ensures that she is given preferential treatment while Yumi is brutally physically assaulted by the ringmaster, who is also the father of the twins. Hajime tries to step in after Tsugumi sees this, but Yumi sends her sibling to hell because she can't stand the injustice. Tsugumi sees Enma, Hellgirl, offer the devastated Yumi a rare moment of compassion and consolation. The Shibata family is stranded by thick fog on the highway and ends up in a creepy sanitarium, where they encounter Nina, a mystery girl. Nina exposes her superhuman abilities when they try to leave and tries to imprison them there. Nina is actually the spirit of Nina's doll. The real Nina passed away years ago before being abandoned at the sanatorium by her father, and Enma asks Nina to attempt to recall who she really is to preserve the Shibata family. Hajime gets his first look at Hellgirl during this. The company of Ai raises the possibility that Ai might be unconsciously passing along hints to the Shibata. Miko Shimono, a cruel and reclusive rich woman, has captured Miki Kawakami and her 2 Welsh corgis. Because Miki's dogs bit her, Shimono now has the dogs as slaves and has Miki do all of her bidding, Miki to serve as her ward. When Shimono kills one of Miki's dogs, she asks Enma for assistance in an effort to save the other. Tsugumi questions why they must stop Hellgirl if the individuals she abducts deserve it, until Hajime chooses to step in once more. Shimono is detained after Miki pauses, and it is revealed that she murdered her parents and her own child to keep her inheritance to herself. Miki pulls the cord after she finds Shimono killed not just her other dog, but also its unborn puppies just before she was apprehended. Miki regrets her hesitation as Shimono vanishes from the back of the police cruiser, having been taken straight to hell. Furthermore, Miko Shimono is unfriendly and nasty to everyone who moves, unlike the Yakuza and criminal organizations. A doll maker named Kyogetsu chose an orphan named Inori to be her son's bride, but only on the condition that she behaves like a doll. Inori is to do nothing, not even serve breakfast, except sit still, eat very little, and remain beautiful. If she disobeys these instructions, Kyogetsu will torture her. Inori endures the abuse as long as she can for the benefit of the orphanage, but when she reaches her breaking point, she sends Kyogetsu to hell, only to discover that her husband also wants her to be like a doll. Gilles de l'Enfer, a television psychic, tries to provide his abilities to Hellgirl. Although Hiroshi Esper Watanabe, the imposter who Gilles had humiliated and used to call forth Hellgirl, appears to be outclassing Ai and her allies, she seeks retaliation. While Ai's friends speculate that Ai must be related to Hajime's daughter, Tsugumi, because she can occasionally see through Ai's eyes. L'Enfer can see glimpses of Ai's history, her vision. Moving to the farm her father inherited is Yuko Mirai and her father. The neighbor, Raisuke Sakine, happily assists them with the farm but has another goal in mind. When the farm fails due to an insect infestation, Yuko's father turns to drunkenness and passes away. Sakine had damaged their crops to avenge the family's past wrongdoing, as Yuko learns. For the first time in the series, the intended target is not sent to hell, much to the displeasure of Ai's comrades, who are annoyed that Hajime constantly interferes with their job. She wishes to send him to hell but is persuaded otherwise by Hajime. It is suggested at the episode's conclusion that Yuko might get another chance to call forth Hellgirl. Due to their divergent ideologies, Hajime thinks vengeance simply leads to further misery, while Tsugami thinks those who are sent to hell deserve it. A wedge develops between them. Because Noriko is a gold digger and views men as a source of riches, Goro Suetsugu, a husband who is being cheated on by his wife, Noriko Hayashi, pleads on Ai to send his wife to hell. His emotions make Hajime think back to a time when he overcommitted himself at work to support his wife Ayumi and their infant daughter Tsugumi, neglecting Ayumi in the process, leading to her loneliness and infidelity. Ayumi passes away in a vehicle accident right after Hajime leaves her. According to Tsugumi's prophecies, Ai will next pursue nurse Kanako Sakuragi. Her patients and co-workers adore her because she is nice and compassionate. Nobody that Hajime can think of would have a good reason to damn her. However, Kanako is taken there by an unidentified drug addict who later dies by suicide, ostensibly without Kanako's fault. Such pointless retaliation has Hajime and Tsugumi shaken. After Kanako's request, Ai is seen questioning her role and feeling guilty about sending an innocent soul to hell, saved by God along with all other children and innocents off-screen. Realizing that their fates are linked to those of Hellgirl, the Shibato follow Tsugumi's latest vision of the mountains. There, they learn that they are distant relatives of Sentaro, a young village boy who was Ai Enma's close childhood friend. Ai, usually placid, becomes overcome with anger upon realizing that Sentaro's bloodline is still alive. It is revealed that Ai was buried alive when she was a child by none other than Sentaro. She attacks Tsugumi and Hajime, yelling that she will not be a victim again. Her companions try to stop her, pleading for her to control her emotions. If Ai takes vengeance, she will go to hell. Sentaro Shibata, who is actually Ai's older cousin, and her parents, who climbed mountains to die, are revealed to be the Shibata family. At the age of 7, Ai is abandoned in the mountains because she is destined to be a harvest sacrifice. Sentaro, her only friend, and someone related to Ai as well, wants to save her. After 6 years, it appears that Sentaro and Ai are still attracted to one another. Ai's resentment was sparked by the village's betrayal when they forced Sentaro to assist in burying her and her parents alive as punishment after they were found out. Sentaro departs the village in tears. In addition, it is revealed that Ai spared her 3 friends from terrible fates, for which they owe her. Ai uses the passing of Tsugumi's late mother, Ayumi, to incite her to condemn her father Hajime to hell. Her friends disclose that Ai becoming Hellgirl was Hell's way of punishing her. Hajime sobs about Ayumi, but Tsugumi tells him she loves him instead of calling him by his name for the first time. She reveals to Ai that Sentaro adored her and regretted his role in her passing. As a result, he created the mountain shrine in her memory. After calming down, Ai decides to release Hajime and Tsugumi and destroys Sentaro's temple. She then continues to work as Hellgirl. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos. See you in the next one.